Hello my fellow garden gals and guys, welcome back to my channel, Serenity Now Garden. My name's Jeannie and I garden in a zone 4B. So I have another plant haul here today. I got a few of these plants on clearance I'm going to show you. I got a pollinator finally for my blue muffin viburnum that I'll show you as well. And also I got these toad lilies, really unique plants that like moisture. So yeah, I'll just be talking about them a bit and show you what they look like in bloom, and then I'll show you where I'm putting all this in my landscape. What we'll start out with here are the toad lilies. So these toad lilies are really unique looking. If you could see like the variegation on the leaves here, really pretty. Let me put a picture up of what toad lilies look like in bloom. They're very unique. They almost look like orchids. So these like a lot of moisture. Let's see, here's a tag here. These are called samurai toad lily. So I don't have any of these in my landscape. As you probably know, I have an area of my backyard that can stay a little soggy in the spring until it dries out a bit, because we're just adjacent to the wetlands. So I think these plants will love it there. One thing you want to know about toad lilies is I am going to keep it sprayed with a liquid fence or some sort of rabbit deterrent, because rabbits may chew on the leaves. You just never know, and I want to protect these plants, so I will be putting that on. But they have to have moisture in order to thrive. They like full sun to full shade, so they're very versatile. That area back there right now gets mostly full sun, but I have a golden curls willow that is about 3 years old and it's growing fast, and it's going to provide some shade back there sooner or later within the next few years. So hopefully these will get established and they'll end up liking it back there even when they get a little more shade. So yeah, I really like unique plants that not a lot of people have. So when I saw these at the garden center, I was like, I really want these. And as you could see, the blooms on these plants are just so unique. So like I said, full sun to full shade. They get about 18 feet tall, about 18 inches tall, about 20 inches wide, 24 inches. The bloom time is August and September, so you'll get some of those later blooms, which is good for in back there. I have so many spring blooms back there, so I need some later blooming flowers. I've been really trying to find flowers that will bloom late summer to fall. The bloom color on these two is actually an orchid purple, it's called, and they're good in zones 4 through 9. So yeah, if you have an area of moisture, this is a really good plant to choose to try out. I'll show you where I put that in my landscape, and yeah, you'll see it on some subsequent garden tours. All right, so as you guys know, or if you've seen my last clearance plant video, I bought a blue muffin Arrowwood Viburnum it was a Proven Winners brand, and I got it on clearance for like $8. And I'm trying to grow like a privacy hedge in between my property and my neighbors on the other side of my house, because we got rid of some buckthorn and they brought their chain link fence a bit closer to the property line, and we just need some privacy. I'm just looking for those plants that will just kind of grow in, that are a bit native to the area. Viburnums are really easy to grow and they could take some shade. So I'm looking for understory type of plants as well. So anyways, the blue muffin viburnum, the Arrowwood viburnum, will not it will always produce the white flowers in the spring, but it won't produce the fall blue berries unless it has a pollinator. And I didn't think that Proven Winners had any other Arrowwood viburnums, but they do. They have all that glitters and all that's gold. This particular one is all that glitters. Let me put a picture on the screen of what it kind of looks like in bloom, and also what the berries look like. So this is glossy. As you can see, it already has some berries right now. You could see that. yeah, it provides a couple seasons of interest with, you know, it having flowers in the spring and berries in the fall, so that'll also feed some of the birds, so I'm looking forward to that. The berries, you know, will be like a bluish purple as well. So it didn't say for sure that all that glitters will pollinate the blue muffin. All that glitters will pollinate all that's gold, but I'm just hoping they bloom at the same time, because as long as they bloom at the same time, there shouldn't be an issue. But just in case, I did get one other viburnum I'll talk about in a second that should be able to pollinate the blue muffin viburnum. Now, one other thing about all that glitters is that it's a more compact version of a viburnum, so it only gets about 4 to 5 feet tall and about 3 to 4 feet wide. So if you're looking just for, you know, these are just really easy plants. They're just really easy shrubs, and if you're looking for something even that's not even a hedge, that is just like a foundation plant, this will work. So let me show you this other viburnum I got. So I got this just in case all that glitters doesn't bloom at the same time as blue muffin. So this one is called Red Feather Arrowwood Viburnum. As long as it blooms at the same time, it should have no trouble pollinating, and it'll get berries as well. So I'm going to be putting that next to the blue muffin, and we'll see how that goes. Now this one gets a little bit bigger. It turns red in the fall, which is why they call it red feather. But this one can get 8 to 10 feet tall and wide. So I'm going to be planting it where there's a little more space. So I'll plant this up and I'll kind of show you where I ended up putting it. So that is Red Feather Viburnum. Okay, last but not least, I got these two fiber optic button bushes on sale at Curtains on clearance for only $6 each. Now, as you can see, let me show you a close-up of one of the leaves here. It does have some chlorosis. You can see the green veining and the yellow leaf. So it's usually like an iron uptake issue, but I'm guessing that what probably happened is they just got root bound. Maybe they dried out a little too much and they just couldn't uptake the nutrients, or maybe there's just not enough nutrients in the soil that they're in as well. So these are probably root bound. When I put them in my landscape, I'm going to make sure to really roughen up the root ball and kind of cut if there's any roots that are kind of going in a circle. You want to do that because you don't want them to remain root bound in the soil. They won't make it that way. So, and I'll fertilize and I'll water well. Now, some things you want to know about the fiber optic button bush. Let me put a picture of what it looks like in bloom. It's so pretty. And when I brought these home from the garden center, there was bumblebees all over some of these blooms that are just blooming just now. They were all over it. So I know that the pollinators are going to love this plant. These plants also like a lot of moisture, so I have an area in my yard that they will love. They like full sun. Like I said, the water needs are medium to high, so don't plant them where they're going to get dried out, and mulch well. They're hardy to zone 4. They can get 5 to 6 feet tall and wide, so give them enough room. And they're deer resistant. So, and if there's a little bit of flooding, they should be okay because they are moisture tolerant. I don't know if they are rabbit resistant at all. It didn't say, but I might just spray them with some liquid fence just in case. So there's an area that I just planted up not too long ago. It's like a pie-shaped area, and I had 2 big blue stem grasses that I got on clearance in there. Well, rabbits, I didn't get out there fast enough with the liquid fence, and rabbits kind of ate those a bit to the ground. So I think I'm going to put these in there instead and move the grasses up front where they might be a little more happy. So let me go plant all these up and I'll take you on a little tour, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Okay, my friends, I'm going to take you on a little tour here. It's just a gorgeous morning. We'll go down my side yard here so I can show you where I planted the viburnums first. So, as you can see, the chain link fence on the left is what I'm trying to block out with the privacy hedge. Just go down my garden path here. So you'll kind of see right here in front, I just have some annuals and some hostas. So this right here is where I decided to put the Proven Winners All That Glitters Viburnum. Now it's kind of close to this American elderberry, which is a native. We'll kind of take over there. But it's more compact. It's only gets to be 4 by 4. This is an American cranberry viburnum right next to it too. And that will get a bit bigger. It'll be about 6 to 8 feet tall and wide. And this is where I decided to put the blue muffins. There's 2 there, Proven Winners, so another Arrowwood. Those will get a bit bigger, about 7 by 7, hopefully, if all goes well. As you could see, it's just a straight shot. This used to be all wooded, with buckthorn, so you could just see right into my neighbor's property, and we just want some privacy there. Here's the red feather viburnum. This will get 8 to 10 feet tall and wide, so I gave it a bit more room here to the chain link fence. And this is just the back. As you can see, there's a bunch of American elderberry in back, which creates a nice hedge, privacy hedge right there. But yep, we need something everywhere else. So a couple years and this should be good to go, hopefully. All right, so this is my side yard where I put the toad lily and the buttonbush, the fiber optics buttonbush. This is a full sun area that retains some moisture at times. There's some snake root in the front here. I got some Royal Candles Veronica there. Don't mind the root ball in the back. We're getting that ground down in a week or 2 here. We lost some trees. So this is where I decided to put the samurai toad lily. I just love the foliage on this. You could see there's some buds right there that are about to open. The foliage has that just beautiful yellow variegation to it. Even if it's not budding, it's just a cool structured plant. Like, I just love it. And I made sure to spray it with some liquid fence. There's the other one there, just in back of this fragrant bouquet hosta. And this one is blossoming. Can you see that little one of those buds opened? So pretty. Just so precious. I love it. And I think it's going to look really nice next to this Sutherland Gold elderberry right next to it there, which gets to be 8 by 10. So I'm going to prune that in a tree form. And here's the first edition's fiber optics buttonbush. There was bumblebees all over this. It's already filling out beautifully. It loves its new spot. It's finally absorbing some water, so I think this chlorosis is going to leave it pretty soon. And that's just in the back of the bed there, so this will get about 6 by 6. So I hope you like that, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and happy gardening, everyone. Take care.